Spirit has chosen the Four Corners spread for your general monthly reading, which lays a nice, diverse groundwork where we will be looking into the four main areas of interest that people commonly ask about in tarot: the work corner, the financial money corner, the health corner, and the ever-popular love corner. We are going to take a stroll through all four to see what Spirit wants to discuss about your month. And that is what we're going to do today. And here we go, Capricorn, for your Four Corners spread for January 2024. Let's get started. We're going to get into that health corner first. You got a big deal coming up for work, big theme in January, so we're going to save that one for last and read finances with it. So let's begin in health. Health, the first thing that comes up is probably a good thing. Less is more. It's basically saying just little things. Just little small problems, nothing big, just little small things. Hiccups, things that you could improve that are just small, minor, no big deal. Things checking in pretty good there. Now, they do say to be defensive about something with health, though. So you really want to set some kind of healthy boundary, some kind of border, put up a wall about something, or, basically say, okay, well, I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to do it all the time. It's like if somebody who really likes ice cream. Okay, you don't want to eat ice cream every single day, though, right? Okay, so set up like a healthy little schedule for that. Just on the weekends. I'm going to have a nice little ice cream on the weekends. It's that kind of vibe. So there's something to be defensive about and to kind of take a higher approach from. But besides that, health is checking in very, very nice. Nice and clean read there for Cappies. Actually, most of your reading is clean and crisp and clear and all that good stuff. Love, I got some good messages coming in for love, guys. Capricorns, regardless of, since the love corner is such a big place, it's, anybody close to your heart can come in on this. They could be talking about your relationship partner, but what if you're single? It's like the same messaging here happens for everybody. So you really got to put it in the context of what you're going through. The card that I have that comes in is my Knight of Wands. It's an action card. This could be action with work. So it's saying like some of you may be interested in somebody at work romantically. For others of you, this is just action in general in the love corner. It would be like, pursuing dates, going out with people. If you're already in a relationship, it's like you're still being active. You're going out and doing things together, having fun. It's good to keep dating. It's good to keep dating each other, even after you're together. Now, the next thing that comes up here is social camaraderie. So it's a really nice, good social energy for Capricorn in January. This may be a good opportunity for you to retouch base with a lot of your loved ones, maybe old friends that you lost touch with or something like that. Reach out to somebody you haven't called in a while or texted. Just, relationships need nurturing, and social coming in, and it's coming in healthy and good here too. It almost makes me feel like going out and getting drinks, nice drinks and dinner. And if you add that together with the action, for some of you, you might be just going to do that, going out for drinks and whatever and having fun with your friends. And guess what? Even if you're married in a relationship, you're still allowed to go out and have fun, right? So all that stuff is coming in very good. It's like drinks, but it's like healthy. It's not like the crazy type, like, oh, you're going out all the time, you're spending all your money, you're being like a lush. It's not that kind of thing at all. And it's also not the opposite, where it's like you're not going out at all and you're just staying at home all the time on the couch. It's that nice middle ground is what we're looking for there. So the love corner is coming in very good. They just bring up action going on in January, very busy time up there, and social. So keep an eye on those two things. Now let's get into the big corners here, and this is work going into finance. I'm going to read finance first. Finance is the only corner of yours that really came in blocked. It really came in very stagnated and not really clear. I'm not sure why that is. They may be just trying to point to the end of the month, because I have the page here. And my page is what I use for kind of an indicator of timing. So this could be like timing late in January, if that's the case. So this could very well be something that we're going to talk about in the work corner when we get up there that happens to you financially late. It's like, you start a job, for example, just a silly example, you start the job early in January, but you don't get paid until later January. You got to wait for a couple pay periods or something like that, right? So anyway, that's what they talk about here. So there is some kind of financial message coming in later for January, some kind of correspondence, and it has to do with work, something very, very important. The next thing they show for finances is that there needs to be a lot of finances put into the home environment. The home either repairs or improving something, maybe buying something that you didn't plan on buying. It's not the best energy that we want to see, but it gives you a chance to turn this card around and make it so that the home environment is coming in good. Okay, we want that to be good. Okay, guys, let me take a moment here to tell you about the reformatting of your general monthly readings, as well as a few very exciting updates that are coming. The first thing you've probably already noticed is that the overhead camera has been removed from your spread. This saves us about 4 or 5 minutes. If looking at the cards, though, is something that you're interested in, I am posting the picture, a snapshot overhead view from the spread that I'm doing for every sign. You can find that on Facebook. Also on Facebook, you'll be able to find the printout for chemistry tracking for your month. And this is also posted on my website. Chemistry tracking basically shows what sign is going to be vibing well with your sign in the month, as well as what sign or signs will be repelling, kind of opposite energy. What sign you're going to be kicking well with and what sign you're not so much. Moon Cycle Cheat Sheet will also be posted on scottsagent.com on the Talking About page, and also Moon Cycle will be included in your reading, along with the Rune Stone, and along with Homily. All the things that you've grown to love will still be in your reading. You're getting an extra thing here, though, because every single sign is getting angel protection at the end of your reading. This is an extra angel card, just a little extra information from Spirit about your month. However, all the spreads that I called extra spreads, stuff like telling time, yes or no, chakra scrub, health scrub, stuff like that, animal totems, all that good stuff, those are all extra spreads. Those are going to be moved into what I call urgent readings. Urgent readings are going to be posted the very first week of the month. If Spirit requested one, about half of the signs get these. So that's going to be very important to look out for. Those will be posted everywhere, but of course all the newest updates will be posted on scottsagent.com first. The last thing I want to share with you today is that the quadrants video is coming. January 3rd is the date, and that is the quadrants video for your sign. And this forecasts information for the entire year. It is some of my most popular videos and audio products as well. So quadrants is something you do not want to miss. That'll be everywhere January 3rd. What is a quadrant? Well, quadrant forecasts for your entire year broken up into 4 different pieces. And we're going to be talking about things like work, health, love, money, planning and preparation for vacations, relaxation, when the best quadrant is for you guys to get busy and be productive, when is the best quadrant to play it safe, and when is the best quadrant for risks. We're going to be looking at themes for the different quadrants, a whole bunch of information that you guys will be able to obtain from these readings, so do not miss the quadrants dropping January 3rd. And for January only, Quadrants is available as a personal audio product, a personal reading done just for you, looking at the planning and preparation for your year, going through all of the same topics, but just making it that much more accurate for you. It is one of my most popular products, and it is only available in January, so do not wait to book your Quadrants reading. scottsagent.com. Your work corner starts with the Devil card, so a lot of you Capricorns are going to be extremely bonded. The Devil card basically means handcuffed, like you're bonded into work. You're stuck there, handcuffed into work. It's like they've got a grasp of you, right? And maybe some of you don't mind that. Maybe you love your work. For others of you, this is a miserable thing, and that kind of also exudes like kind of the devil tendencies there. There is some aspects here of theft and loss that I want you to look out for in the workplace. And this may be something silly, like you might be forgetful. Maybe nobody steals anything from you. Maybe you just forget something someplace and like it walks off. Okay, I guess that is stealing from you, but you get what I'm saying here. So keep an eye on your possessions at work. We're going to talk about being defensive about that kind of stuff a little later with your runestone, but they bring that up for theft and loss, and it's only coming up in the work corner. So I don't feel like it's theft and loss at home. You got to worry about locking the house up, the car up, unless the car is at work, right? So that's the kind of vibe that they're saying. There's something about that. And it could just be shady people at work too. Because when we have this card, this is deceitful energy, and that can kind of pop up and kind of propagate in a bunch of different ways and a bunch of different forms. And it's a good time to remind you too that this is a general reading. You know, I do my best to get to all the Capricorns that I possibly can to make it make sense to you, but at the end of the day, nothing beats a personal private reading. It's the best way to go. January is a perfect time for it, beginning of the year, and I offer a wide variety of personal private services on my website, scottsagent.com, from small all the way up to full service. Got a little something for everybody there, so check that out, guys. The last thing they talk about for work is my Two of Pentacles. It's coming in inverted. So they're saying that this work dynamic, this work circumstance, or this work situation is causing a major rift between another corner of your life. I don't know if it's work. I don't know if it's affecting your health. I don't know if it's affecting finances or what, but this is doing something with another corner. And work is kind of just, taking the precedence here. And I don't know if it's a good precedence necessarily. So we need to get this back balanced is the key here, Capricorn. If nothing else, just make sure that the work is balanced. You're not doing too much work, but you're not neglecting work either, okay? So just get that nice little area. And here's why I kind of go that whole route, because they gave me in the Oracle Angel card, clean it up. It shows a little like a reindeer with a little duster, little winter cleaning here, so to speak. So something here needs a little bit of attention, needs a little bit of work, needs to get dusted at the very least. I don't know if that's office space or if they're saying, hey, clean up your attitude, or hey, you got to clean out these deceitful people, or hey, you got to clean up the way that you handle your possessions at work, leaving stuff around, or what it is. So anyway, they're saying that the work area needs the attention. It is a big major theme for a lot of my Capricorns this month. And the more that you guys address this, the better off you'll be as 2024 continues on and the path goes on. It's just like, you get this taken care of sooner the better, and you can just kind of get it out of the way, get it out of your hair. Let's get into that runestone, guys. The runestone you got is the rune of defense. I did kind of lead into being defensive about your possessions in the workplace since we had that deceitful energy pop up there. And with defense, it feels to me very much that you just have to be a little bit guarded. You have to be alert. You have to be aware of what is going on in the workplace, especially just in January. This energy is probably going to go away by the time February comes. But for right now, Spirit is saying keep your eyes open here. Keep your eyes on the prize and see what is going on and what is, happening around you. Defense, I'm just looking around. It doesn't really apply to love, I don't think. I don't think it really applies to finances either, but it does apply into health, because we did talk about being a little bit guarded, setting up creative boundaries for yourself that will improve your health. So that is where defense can come in for there too. So I would say work defense and health defense. Very important for my great Cappies in the month of January. You guys do that and you guys are in great shape here. They do want to remind you too, and this probably has to do with the work corner too, because we're ending with an angel protection card. It's an extra card to give you a little bit more information on your month. I do this for all of my signs this year now. It is the card, All That Glitters. And it's kind of like that, all that glitters is not gold. So it's basically saying not all things are as they appear. It may look good on the surface, but the underlying aspect of it is like, it's no good for you. It's just like when a car is a lemon. It looks good. It drives good on the test drive. But after you drive it for a week or a few days, you start figuring out some problems with it, something like that. All that glitters. And another aspect is like, you thought this was going to be your dream job. Then you started the job and you're like, oh man, they threw all these responsibilities on me that I didn't know I was going to have to do. Like, I didn't sign up for this, right? So anyway, all that glitters, something in your month is not the way it appears to be. So just kind of use a little bit of discernment, use your intelligence and your wherewithal. Like we said about the work corner, be very aware of what is going on around you, and you guys will be great. So that wraps up your four corners, guys. I'm going to send you into your moon cycles and then conclude with your homily. Okay guys, it is moon cycles forecast time. Let's talk about these lunar energies that are all around us anyways, so we can use it to our benefit, implement some positive change into your month. Well, the first thing you need to understand is whether these energies are coming in or going out. Just like the tides, the moon has control of that. In the same way, you can use it too. The first thing that hits chronologically this month is the new moon. You're going to see all the text information on your screen, any rare occurrences, as well as the date. Now, this is a target date for the new moon. It doesn't have to be done on this date, guys. I really like to bracket a few days before and a few days after to get a very powerful week where you can bring new things into your life and really manifest. If it is NEW, it's not there before, brand new, this is the best time to bring it into your life. Something new financially, maybe something new with work, new love, new health. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's new, this is the best time of the month to work on these things, really help bring it in. Adversely, the full moon, the opposite energy, the energy going out, hits on this date on your screen. And of course, the same rules apply. It doesn't have to be done on this date. We're talking about a week window, a few days on each side of it here. When this energy is very strong going out, and the energy going out is the best time to get things out of your life that don't belong there or that you don't want there. Something that's got control of you or hold of you that you don't want. Maybe something like a bad habit, maybe emotional baggage, a bill that's got to go, That would be something financially, maybe something with health, maybe an eating habit that's got to go. It doesn't matter if it's got to go. The full moon is your best bet to get this change to stick. If any of this has confused you, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet. I do it every single month. It is free. It is on the website, guys. You can check it out very easily. It is a little graphic illustration, a tool that you can use so you can kind of see these changes moving in and moving out, so you can align things in your month to it to really get them to stick, implement some great positive changes. Now let's get into your homily. Hey guys, this is Scott Sagent here for your January 2024 edition of Homily. And for this month's homily, starting the new year, I thought it would be fun if we did a little thought experiment here, so that is why you cannot see me right now. And that's okay, because I cannot see you either. It's actually not necessary. You can hear my voice, and that is all you're going to need in this exercise. It's a little thought experiment called the Ideal You. So go ahead and take this opportunity, since it's going to be a closed eye kind of a meditation. Take this opportunity to find a little couch, a comfortable spot, a recliner, a bed, a sofa, whatever it is for you. Get nice and comfortable where you can shut your eyes for a few minutes. If you're driving, you know what? Probably don't participate. I think that would be a bad idea. Maybe you can come back and check this homily out at a safer time for you. But for everybody else, let's get started with the Ideal You experiment. The very first thing I want you to consider and think about is what you would rate yourself here on a scale of 1 to 10, kind of where your placement is in life, how you have attained your goals over the last few years, if you're where you want to be, if you're nowhere close to where you want to be, the way that you present yourself, the way that others perceive you, all of these things. I'm just giving you a few examples of, obviously it's a much bigger umbrella, and whatever it is for you, the way that you come up with your rating system is just fine, but come up with a number to where you feel like you are at right now. Okay, so remember that number, but also throw it away. We're not going to need it for a while. Right now, we're not going to concern ourselves with future goals. We're really just worrying about the present, right here, right now. What does your ideal you look like right now? How do they dress? How do they carry themselves? How do they act around people? How are they perceived by people? How are they perceived in the workplace? All this kind of thing. You have to visualize it to make it come true. So this is a visual aspect that I would like you to consider right now. And be very, very specific about your visualization. Think very deeply about the details. How this person wears their nails, what kind of jewelry they wear, what do they dress like, what kind of body language do they put out, how do they speak, what kind of tone, do they smile easily, how big, are they warm to others? This is your ideal you that I would like you to consider, visualize, and hang on to that visual. Now take this energy signature, this whole idea that you just constructed in your mind and put together and puzzle pieced together, maybe some of you duct tape and super glued it together, it doesn't matter. Take this energy signature here, and what we're going to do is we're going to expand it. We're going to make it much, much larger, however you viewed it before. We're going to multiply this times like 100, times 1,000, times whatever it is that this sucker is huge, whether it's a visual of you or a goal or what it is, we're going to make it massive. So think about it getting bigger, 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 and much, much bigger than even that. Now maybe some of you have made this so big that you have to zoom out just to be able to see the whole picture anymore, and that's just fine, but now we're going to adjust and tune the contrast. We're going to tune some settings here. So adjust that contrast. We're going to make everything very bright. All those colors are going to get vibrant and very, very sharp. There is going to be no dull colors here at all. Everything is super bright, full of contrast. Once you're done tweaking that, now we're going to tweak the brightness. We're going to make it bright, all the way fully bright as you can go before it hits white. So now these colors are not just bright, but they are almost blinding, and they are so sharp. The final setting that we're going to tweak is frequency. We're going to turn that frequency knob all the way up to high. You cannot hear frequency here, but you almost can, because as you turn it up high, you can see this picture shaking, vibrating. You can feel it very deeply in your bones. This frequency is being turned up high. You are raising the level of your energy signature of what you've created. I picture this ringing like a champagne glass, and once you've got this frequency all the way turned up, your brightness and your contrast all the way turned up, your energy signature, we want to blow it up, and not just blow it up to get rid of it, but we're going to blow it up and expand it out in every direction, just like a supernova, a star exploding, and we're going to mentally just shoot this whole entire signature that you've created everywhere, little bits and pieces of it, fragmented everywhere, every which way, and it's just dropping down like snow, falling a little bit here, a little bit there, and visualize how people are reacting to this version of you. As we wrap up your January homily and conclude our thought experiment, I have 2 final questions for you. Number 1, rate yourself again, how you feel right now. I want to know how you feel, how this makes you feel, your ideal you being everywhere. What is your rating now? I don't care what it was before. How do you feel right now? Most people, general consensus, bump up their first number after an experiment like this of 1 or 2 points. Maybe you're experiencing that. Maybe you boosted even higher. Maybe you stayed the same, I'm not exactly sure, but the consensus is that most people do raise up just from this couple minutes of this idea processing in their mind. And visualization is key for manifestation. It is the only way that it is brought into the physical realm and made real. So now you have the tools. You know how to make this energy signature. And if you can bump your rating and feel that much better about your future right now in the present moment, imagine in just a couple of minutes, imagine if you were to do this every day. This is helping you to get to that goal, to get to that place, to get to your ideal you. It's not a future deal, it's a present deal. All this work is done in the present, and this is just one tool to help you get to that point. Hopefully, January 2024 here in your homily is a good bridge to get you there. So I hope you've enjoyed the readings and your homily. Thank you all so much. Have a great January 2024. I know you will.
I guess the fortune teller's right.